Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
Oh, this is Caroline.
This is your Bloody Happy Hour, and it is Thirsty Thursday. We have some guests in the studio today, but first, we're going to talk to you about our episode sponsors. Caroline, where should they go if they are not groomed downstairs?
Manscaped, obviously.
Manscaped.com. Enter the secret code.
BHH.
And you get 20% off.
And
how much?
Super smooth balls and 20% off.
20% off and free shipping anywhere you live. Doesn't matter where.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So if you got a party coming up or just if you just want to be clean, then order.
I mean, St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Like in March.
Yeah.
It's the next holiday.
You can shave a clover into the area.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
very
that's
festive.
so great. I bet that Weed Whacker 4.0 will do the job.
It will do it.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Also, if you don't care about how groomed you are, you can go to foursigmatic.com.
Can you?
No, you can't at all. You can go to, what is it?
You can go to go.foursigmatic.com/happy hour.
Happy hour, and you get 30% off the mushroom-based supplements that they have.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. We have some guests in the studios. They got a little excited
They got
when they
a little
said mushrooms.
eyebrow raise with the mushrooms.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
It's not those mushrooms. It is lion's mane and chaga, and it's basically Adderall
Plus
in your coffee.
Yeah.
Plus depression medicine because you're not stressed, you're focused, you have great mental clarity.
Ginkgo
you won't
biloba.
fidget in your chair like our friend over here.
I do a lot of wiggling.
It's okay, we do too. So you get 30% off with that, and if you don't drink coffee, you can get the protein. If you don't drink protein, you can get the
snort version.
Snort it, cacao, or elixirs. There you go.
So you're welcome.
Now on to our guests.
Okay.
Introduce them, Caroline.
We have Rachel and Christopher, and they are the Dangers.
For
Dangers.
We are, yeah.
First of all, tell us where that came from.
That's what my mother called me when I popped out of her. So
Okay.
She's like, oh, there's a danger.
That's my name, so.
Yeah, no, that's actually his middle name. So we
got married, and that's it.
Yeah, I
So
took it. We didn't want any basic names for our last name.
I love it.
Love it, love it. And then they have a podcast. Tell us about your podcast.
We do?
Yes,
yeah.
don't you know what we do every other Tuesday or so? So we have a podcast called Bustles and Bangers, and we actually read some of those like vintage romance novels that get a little smutty and sexy, and we just rip them apart and make fun of them.
They don't get too smutty and sexy. That's misleading.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Less and less with each book.
It's what you expect, but
It's-
most of the time there's a moral lesson and a religious
do you have like a
lesson.
sample of
too,
how it works or how it goes? Like, how do y'all do it? Like,
man.
you read a thing and do you act
Yeah,
out?
Well,
so
it's
Or,
usually
like,
no,
what
no.
happens?
missionary, sometimes,
I mean,
Anyway, no,
yeah,
so-
that's kind of boring.
Well, these books, though, I mean, that's the thing, too. Compared to what we're like in real life, what we've experienced and stuff like
Are
that,
you gonna-
these
They
books
just open the
Wait,
door?
are you?
Yes.
I think the door just swung wide open.
It did. It's a nice little swing.
Swing.
So,
Somebody say
Speaking
swing.
of,
so
We
actually,
thought about bringing a pineapple too.
I
though,
really, yeah, he
because
had a
when
great
when
suggestion.
we met last time, but
I
we
almost fell out of my chair.
we had passed the exit to get to the store.
Yeah,
by, so I was
and
like,
have
no.
you seen? Yeah, I'm not going over.
No, you go. You can go as far as you want.
Yeah, we'll bring it next time. But yeah, so I'll read the book and I get to know about the characters. I kind of, think about what would be good material to provide to him when kind of just giving him a rundown of what these, last few chapters have been about. And he just gets to respond. He just gets to sit back, hang out, and respond. And we just we
I
talk
have the
about
best
it.
job in the world. She reads
So you
books for
don't
like
do
8
shit.
hours
You
a
just
week. Yeah, I just sit around, play video games, and jerk off while she does all this work. And then she fucking comes in here. I get to get stoned. They put a microphone on my face, and I get a story read to me. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm,
so
like,
we've already
sitting there.
discovered how ADHD he is.
Oh.
So does he literally sit through the whole book and pay attention?
No.
Whoa.
We break it down.
Because I can't tell a story
No,
without
no.
redirecting my ADHD co-host.
We break
either.
it down. We usually.
Oh, he's great at asking questions.
Yeah, and so far we break it down about 4 episodes, 3-4 episodes a book.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. No, it really has been fun. No, the books that don't get like, quite as 50 Shades as some newer things do. But that's what's so fun about them because they're so like classy and it's like, oh, her bosom was slightly showing. She forgot to button it. And it's like,
But I will
Hey, Daddy.
Lord.
I will say some of these books take some really dramatic turns at the end that you will not see coming.
Yeah, they do get exciting. There's been some excitement in a few. Actually, the one.
Not necessarily sex wise, but just some crazy shit, and you're like, okay.
Somebody ever die?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
someone? Well, and then yeah. So, not the very first book we released, which was One Pink Rose, but the second book that's releasing is called The Two-Timing Man. That was our very first book actually to record. So sometimes you might hear jokes in one or the other that sound backwards a bit, but it was the most interesting one I think so far that we read. And
Yeah, it's
right
pretty
now.
funny.
Right now, we're recording one called A Donut a Day.
Okay.
Oh,
So
It is fun.
donut a day.
I'm worried
The
about
cover
her.
has a doctor with the little
No.
thing on his head, and he's looking at something. It's weird.
We're worried about her cholesterol.
Oh no.
But yeah. So anyway, it's funny. It's funny. We're having fun with it. It's basically date night, and so it's been really
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
We get
Wait,
to
how
So,
long have
and
y'all been
you
married?
can find them-
Do we know that?
How long have you been married?
almost
we've-
10 years.
we've
We're going on
been-
9 years next month.
Yeah, it's almost 10 years married, but we've been together longer. We've actually known each other since like middle school. And,
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
What
I'm
a
glad
love
y'all's
story.
relationship worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not letting it not. He can't go anywhere. He's not allowed.
I do have a
that
divorce
sounds
under
like
my
a
belt
little
though. Hell yeah.
Well, you know,
Oh, you already
as
have a
do I.
divorce?
Hell
okay,
yeah.
so you're like,
That's
no,
tucked in
not
right
See,
there.
he
It's
had to
good.
fix it and come find the right one.
There we
you go. I know.
So you can find their podcast. It's called Bustles and Bangers anywhere you get your podcast. So you can go right now, find it, subscribe to it, and download some of the episodes they've already put out. But part of being our guest is you just have to go to a series of questions. And, you know, this may be our most exciting guest that we've ever had.
Oh.
Think,
But
yeah.
Don't you flatter him.
I know,
and get
I
his
mean,
ego going.
You
Caroline,
know,
you
we've never
should
had
go first.
stoned ones, and so this
I
is
know.
great.
Ah,
Y'all,
well,
if this
a
is your
whole
first time
new
tuning in, this is our happy hour. Caroline's got some whiskey.
Yeah.
I got a Truly. They got water, but
We
they
have Cottonmouth.
chose. They got Cottonmouth. They chose to partake in happy hour another way.
I mean, who's
Why
to
not?
say?
Who's
Why
mad
would
at
you
him?
not?
I guess if there wasn't a fire hazard, we could do.
Yeah, like you
we
said,
could-
how
I could
far
appreciate
can
it.
we
Yeah,
take
could be
it?
like Joe Rogan. I mean, they.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, who's to say?
Okay. Who's to
Right.
say?
Yeah.
Just like,
That sounds good to me.
Well, I
Go
think
ahead,
it's
what
You
That's
just
your
write
question.
the invitation out.
well, I. First of all, do y'all know we've talked about pineapples?
Yeah, y'all were the
So
ones to
that's a
bring
true
that up.
thing.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'll
we
tell
didn't-
you, I'm not hip with the times. I just do whatever comes up in my life.
What does that
So you're not
mean?
We're
organized
dogs.
swingers.
I wouldn't say so. Everything's happened pretty organically throughout. I mean,
By accident.
we have like
Yeah, we kinda take
internet
life as
dated,
it
I
goes.
guess.
How do you?
Sure.
We have swingers.
Yeah.
How does it even? Hey, like, let me just join this community. What?
Not even. We don't like community.
Yeah.
We're not
I
people.
don't
people.
even think I have any friends, to be honest with you.
Yes, we do.
Sure, you have.
But
at
then we
least
end
one.
up sleeping with them, and then it's like
Then we lose them. That's happened a couple
well,
times.
It's because
Because they regret it the next morning. They feel guilty.
Well,
the
they
next
can't.
No,
We can't tell
it-
somebody
But
or
is it
whatever.
a they or
and
is it a one person?
it's been both.
We've
It's,
there's been
it evolves.
There's been more than one.
It's
yeah.
there's one night stands and experiments, and then long term kind of like friendship connections that keep going for. We call them our vacation friends,
Yeah.
and it just evolves. And then sometimes it's just been a girl, and then we got tired of her because we're kind of jerks. So
I mean,
it just is like bye.
She's had people walk out the door crying when I pulled up home before. I'm like, what the hell?
Because I was tired.
So like, is it ever like you get one by yourself or
Not really. Like we are.
it's always a group?
Are there
team
rules?
effort?
Yeah.
Are there
Oh,
rules?
yes.
Yeah, we have rules. I mean,
Okay.
of course,
what,
in
what
any
are the
relationship.
rules? They'll tell us the rules of the life.
And you know what? I'll tell you that there are swingers out there that would disagree with my number one top rule, but typically we don't kiss another person on the mouth.
Okay.
Oh,
because
that's, like,
I was like, that's what
pretty
connected
womanly.
us. Yeah, I was like, that's what connected us, you know,
Yeah,
in
I
marriage,
mean-
and it's the most intimate thing, and that's when you really connect on a chemical level too, I think. And so we just kind of, unless we've had like a longer standing relationship and comfort drops down and you trust is built, and you know maybe it's another married couple that you know is not going to falter. So
Fellow
it's stuff like
podcaster,
that.
whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, no, there's rules, but a lot of the rules have already gotten kicked out, and so really that's like the only rule now.
That
Sort
you've
of.
kind
What-
of followed.
The-
What was
Well,
a
it
rule
all
that
What would be
y'all-
other
what
rules
was
that-
the other rule that didn't
Well,
work?
it started off with
Not in the butt.
Well,
Not in the butt.
no, if somebody else will take it in the butt and let me like, you know, skip that one out, great, thanks. So no. But for him, for both of us at first, it started out when we first started really experimenting and getting out there, because of course, you know, we weren't just immediately like this when we got married. We had both been, you know, in our own, you know, life and done our things, and, you know, then it all comes up to the table and evolves. But it was not to be all the way, not to have actual intercourse with the other person.
Yeah.
Like orals on the table and,
Yeah.
you know, all the
Relations.
touchy-feely stuff, you know.
Sexual acts.
Yeah.
Told you.
So anyway, that's evolved out too. So,
yep.
but again, I think it was a matter of us growing, you know, and learning and
I think it's just being secure with each other.
Yeah.
But is
like-
it like a certain like? Oh, you said it switches. It's like, oh, it's this group, but there's not like a group.
No, there's not
no,
a group.
we don't like, no.
Yeah, people come in and out of life.
Do you advertise somewhere? Like, do you go to Tinder? And
We
We have.
tried that before, and we actually had a little bit of success.
Yeah, I mean, it was
But
fun.
when I was
mean,
saying that she had somebody walking out of the house crying one time,
that was one of them.
was one of them.
Yeah.
What does that mean though? Like
Well,
she was.
I'll let her
I
tell the
was
story.
too tired. He was not at home.
I wasn't
it
at
was,
home. I
she
knew
came by
everything.
to visit. She drove all the way out from wherever BFE she lived.
Yeah.
And man, I'm a mom, you know, and we work, and
Yeah.
I was tired. And also, like, sometimes if in those situations, like, sometimes I just want you to like play with my hair and let me go to sleep. Like, I don't know what. You know?
yeah,
you
Anyway,
wanted to
she
cuddle.
wanted to mess around. Well, I was just really legitimately
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
Maybe I was tired of her. I don't know.
Clearly.
But I just was like, listen, I gotta crash. I'm tired. And that meant she had to go home. And so she really like, I even tried to walk her out, and I was like, I'm really, you know, sorry that, you know, we didn't get to like hang out longer. I'm just tired. And she's like slamming the door, and he's like pulling up. I'm like,
It was crazy.
I'm like,
He was pissed.
yeah, she was
like,
like
I thought I was
throwing
coming
shit
out
in the
to a
truck.
party.
Crazy bitch.
so, you know, but you know, that's part of dating. Before you get married, you're dating all these crazy people. You got all these weird stories. And then when you get married and you decide to sort of date people, then you get the same kind
You
of
get the
crazy
same kind of
stories.
story.
Mm-hmm.
So, whose idea was it to kind of like
I think
Do
it was
this.
mutual. I think.
mutual?
Yeah, I think we discovered.
I think
we
I
were
brought,
we were friends for a long time before we started dating.
yeah, lots of flirting.
So I already knew that she liked girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so it wasn't like a big
Shock.
reveal or anything like that. We went to high school together, sat across from each other in art, and had all kinds of crazy conversations.
Okay.
So
Yeah, life never let us get away from each other. It was obvious the whole time, but I didn't see it.
yeah,
She had to learn the hard way, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, she had to pull her head out of her ass at one point. It was okay.
We all had to grow up.
She did. We actually
all
had
right?
that conversation, and it
I
happened.
mean, you
and here
had
we
to
are.
get married to some other weird person. So
That was a
Let me
convenience
tell
thing.
you, that was awful.
But
But,
you know
she
what?
did teach me a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from that experience.
same.
Well, as you do.
Mm.
As you do.
Do you guys use toys?
Yes, but not as much as we used to really anymore.
Yeah.
if
We did.
Okay, well, I know we talked about earlier you mentioned bracelets, and we
Oh,
talked
I know,
about
fuck
the
bracelets.
pineapple. We talked about the pineapples,
Yes.
but then let me bring up. Have you heard about the loofahs?
No.
Nah, I think I
Okay.
actually.
Look
I mean,
at
are we talking about? Oh,
Okay.
is it a vibrating loofah?
no,
Oh.
no.
Wait.
So
okay.
apparently
Wait.
we talked
Oh,
about
the loofah you have in your shower tells your people what you are.
Yes, but you
put it on your
car
antenna.
What?
I know it's just a
I
it's.
feel like that'd be super obvious that you're a weirdo putting a loofah on your antenna.
I
It's
mean,
like,
clearly,
all right, something's wrong with you.
or like the on the
okay,
back
wait.
of your
So which one am
golf
I?
cart.
Oh, yeah.
So did you already go over which
We did
all were
okay.
what?
Last
We did
episode.
last week. We just did it, so everybody just heard it. But apparently, this is a thing that's happened at this place called the Florida Villages. I don't know. It's like an old person community. I don't know. But then they were like, "That's not true." But then all the loofahs are sold out, so they're like, "Well, maybe it is true." So we didn't know if there's like some kind of signal, and
No.
so.
Okay, so that's the loofahs. Look over those. You tell us about the bracelets a little bit, because she's going to tell us what color y'all would be on the loofah
Okay.
scale.
Well, the bracelets, like when we were in high school, people would always wear the little rubber bracelets around them that are different colored.
WWJD.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But then have them like all the way up and down the wrist.
The yellow ones for the bike. What's
Lance
his name?
Armstrong?
No,
These were
not like
thinner.
those. Like the
These
real
were thinner,
thin.
like Hot Topic stuff. Sorry, I guess I
were
can't
real
say that
thin.
kind of stuff, but
Not quite. They were like
They're hard
like a
plastic.
plastic almost.
And here's the deal: you'd get two, and then you'd like twist them together, and that would make one bracelet, so it looked like
and
they
two
were looped
become
together, and so
one.
you could wear multiple.
But all the
colors.
colors meant like different shit you had done
And
sexually
y'all knew
with
about
people.
this in high school?
Yes,
Yeah.
dude, we started.
I didn't know what the levels were,
Y'all
but I knew
started
of it.
early?
Very.
So if you lost your virginity on Saturday
So intrigued.
and you lost your virginity in the butt, what color is that?
we don't
Oh,
remember.
hell, I don't remember what the colors
That'd probably
were.
be a yellow.
If you
That'd be
gave a
horrible.
That's
blowjob-
orange.
If you gave a blowjob, what color is that?
Yeah, it was like blue or
Okay.
yellow or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the
I can't
tiers were.
remember.
I just
Secret
remember that it was a
society.
game.
And who says we even had the right colors? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fad.
probably
so
different.
Everybody.
But wait, so if it's
Some of these
swingers-
colors are included though, but I guess blue or black. Blue or black.
Okay, blue or
Oh,
black?
and what did you
But
say
there's
you were
multiple
last week?
colored blues, like so the normal blue.
The teal bisexual?
No, up here, the comfortable.
Lowest level of full swap, those who play well with others. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't even know what that means. What's the lowest level of full?
Oh, I have it in my
I
notebook.
don't know. There's a lot more science behind this than I thought there was.
Hotel
No.
with them? What does that mean?
You know, I got to
Oh
refer
my
to
lord!
my notebook.
All right, I didn't know we were on an educational show.
Oh, this
we
is
are.
great.
Okay.
No, I had to write notes last week because I needed to make sure I remembered.
We didn't prepare at all for this.
No, we
No,
came
I just
in.
prepared for my
I would
loofah
not say
talk.
cold turkey, but
Which one? What color was it when we asked?
It
about?
was the blue.
I don't understand what lowest level means.
There's gray area. There's you can be in the same room, but you might like if like y'all are doing it and me and my husband are doing it, I might reach over and like grab your boob, or we might have a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it
We,
goes
like,
way
make
further
out.
than that, though.
Yeah.
So
So,
she
but
says-
that's
so
what
that's
the blue
black.
is.
You're probably full swap, those who say what the hell and let it all go down.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 But so that means
That's
that,
happened more times than it's not happened, I guess.
But you'll do things with girls, but
No.
no,
Hell no.
no, my man's like
Yeah.
a man.
Like,
but
don't
so
get me
it-
wrong.
but
Like,
it's
another
not
dick in the room is not
It's not threesomes. It's switching, right?
right. Well,
well, no, there's
there's
different
been-
levels.
We've done different
So
variations
okay,
of
so
that,
we have
yeah.
had a three-way with one other girl, and we have had a three-way with one other guy. But both
Yeah.
men are straight in the scenario every time,
So you get all the attention.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, you enjoy watching.
Yeah. But when
Yeah.
there's another female,
Well,
though, of course he
not-
gets
not even
yeah,
really
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it really
yeah,
just-
It's
it
not even a
swaps.
watching thing. Like, really, it's just like if I'm allowed to do this, you can do that type thing.
Yeah.
I try to keep my eyes away from it. I'm not attracted to males at any time.
I don't
I'm
look
saying
at it
that if
directly in
if
its face.
Oh, girl and girl? Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
I
you're
always, am, like, even if she's like, we're going to go hang out with this girl that I just met, I'm like, okay, well, whenever, yeah, perk up like
Yeah.
that. You need to take your fucking camera out this time, remember? Because you always don't take your camera out.
before, but that
I
was
know,
your plan.
like
And
7
has
years
there
ago.
been any jealousy, like where y'all have had an argument?
Yes, there
over-
has.
No,
there
there's been a rule break. There's been a violation. I wouldn't say
it
some
was an
jealousy,
accident.
but there was a violation of the rules.
Well, it was an accident. People were intoxicated, and
Said
people
stupid shit and
internally-
got called on it. and
Well,
it
people
went south.
internally had certain emotions too, and walked out of the room, and then blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So-
again, that's the growth that goes with it. Like
Yeah.
we love each other, and we agreed to experiment, so it's not going to long term affect us. We're going to work through it.
I think we
and
were
find
over
our
it in like
comfort level.
20, 30
Is
minutes.
there ever a moment where you think you would be like, we're gonna stop?
Stop swinging.
Yeah.
Only because maybe.
We get tired of people, like certain people.
Well, I
Yeah.
was going
And
to
it
say
doesn't
maybe
take us
the
long to do
effort,
it.
the
So
effort to keep
that's
up
kinda
with
selfish.
someone else.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
Because it's like, especially if you try to go outside and get like another female, that's usually a relationship developed. Because unless you just advertise your
Because that's
one-night
really
stand.
hard
Yeah.
to find a girl that's like, yeah, I'm in a couples.
yeah.
Like, that's
Unless
hard.
they want to be serious, and we don't want anybody to
Yeah.
be serious. Now,
Yeah.
the vacation friend situation where we have friends who are committed and then they agree to play and go on vacations together and this and that is great. But where it kind of, I think, got messed up for us is sometimes I would like to be alone with the other female, and not everybody's comfortable with that because then they worry about their relationship status.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I
Yeah,
have
so
a thing for taking away, not taking him away,
It's-
but getting with his
but
She has-
it could be a single female.
she
that
has a
could be-
habit.
Caroline. Okay.
That is if they're comfortable with the way that we're not overly committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just taking notes.
He was gonna bring the pineapple. I'm just saying.
So this was what came up last week when in my brain, because I'm kind of visual, and so I was picturing like what a party. Like I met a swinger couple when I was in the most Christian town ever of Abilene.
Oh yeah, they're
very red.
Yeah. Did you say Abilene?
Abilene.
One of my best friends got shot in Abilene.
Oh, it's such a nice
Yeah,
story.
hell
I
yeah.
say that because they have three three Baylors in there, basically, all different religions. But anyways, she said that the parties are real. Like they will host them.
Well, yeah.
There's a bowl on the table. It's like a Russian roulette. Like you pull out your keys. Whoever keys you got, you go home with. And they had their set of rules too.
I mean, there's clubs
I feel
too,
like
though.
that's too.
Clubs.
We're shallow as fuck, dude.
We really are
so
not nice
that's
people.
hard. That's really hard for us because
'cause
if there's
you're picky.
ugly people in there,
I don't
no,
want to
hell
get.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
if you're greasy and ugly, no.
No.
but how do
Shit,
you?
no.
But look, I'm a person that feels bad about
Yeah,
being
she was.
like,
Yeah, she'll. Okay, well.
Take one for the team.
I have.
Do not need to do that.
Well, and so the deal is, again, that's why things have just kind of happened organically. If it wasn't organic, it was because we like got online and shared that we were looking for somebody, and it was kind of more of like one of those times when you're dating, you know, you get to know different people and you go out on different dates and you see where it goes. But we do not want to be permanently with someone else. We have plans to leave this place and be in our camper for 2 years, running around being basically gypsies.
We're
And
gonna be homeless.
So no
Oh
polyamory.
no, we don't need a Gabby Petito situation.
Amorous type
Don't
shit.
kill her.
Nah, we
if
don't care.
they
I mean,
could maintain that we're not gonna like feed
Yeah,
and clothe them, we don't want to live with another person. But if there was another person that wanted to hang out with us on weekends, go out and drink, watch a movie, get freaky, be handsy, play footsie, whatever,
that's
I would
fine.
love that. But it has to be somebody that doesn't want to
Hey.
do the fighting
Say it
because I mean, again, yeah, like if I don't want to hold your hand, I don't want you to like fuss at me, like
Yeah.
you know. But
Okay, I have to picture this. So when the swap happens, okay, so you're gonna take your penis out of her vagina, and you're
I
gonna
love
put it in
these
somebody
technical terms. It
But
is
listen,
educational.
Oh, this
Do
is
you
all
just
educational
swap
purposes.
juices, or do you
We do
switch
not like
condoms?
No, we go through a lot of questions. And
I
getting
don't
to know
wear
somebody.
condoms.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay. So
That's why-
do they have to show up with the? Do you just like pray afterwards?
No, we really try to get to know
we-
people
we're pretty
first, and
safe
then
beforehand.
we test, you know, and all that stuff, you know. But
Yeah.
again, when we've gotten a good partner, it's usually a friend we've had for a while.
Okay.
It's usually people we already know, like.
and they're usually in committed relationships too. So you
Well,
know,
and when
it
they are
doesn't. We don't have to worry
not-
about them straying off and going off and getting
Okay.
something
Yeah.
most
so
of
it's
the time.
full
So
swapping juices. That's
Yeah.
what I want. I want to
Yeah.
picture because I
I'm
was like,
allergic
what
to
if you used to like
condoms.
change condoms because that juice don't
No,
want to go
it
in that?
doesn't
No,
make
but-
any
Then that
sense
just-
anyway.
if I pull
know,
out
then that
of
just-
her and they don't want to go straight in, we have some mouth action that can clean us all up. So I mean, there's
My
more than
mom is
one way to
not
skin a
listening to
cat.
this episode.
Yeah, our mothers don't listen to our episodes either.
Yeah, if they are, you fuck, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Okay, thank y'all for being so vulnerable and so open.
yeah, we're open books.
We're pretty much like this all the time, as long as we're not at work.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we may randomly blurt out some shit in a little bit, but let's get on the story because our true crime people are ready. Okay, we're going. Damn it, y'all! I told y'all.
No, you're living in you are living in Austin.
We're going to Austin.
The last like 5 stories she's done have been in Austin,
No,
and
2. I did 2 in Austin.
maybe 3.
Well, maybe it's just a good,
But it's
little
not a bad
area for
thing.
horrible
Hot
stories.
spots.
Or maybe the last several have been in Texas.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing.
I've stayed in Texas for the last
I
couple
ain't
weeks.
judging.
Maybe after this, I won't go to
So,
Texas for a
is this like
couple.
murder stories?
This is
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
hell yeah.
Yeah, he
okay.
doesn't ever know what he's walking
Okay,
into.
Yeah,
so
I've never paid
so
attention
we do
either.
like true crime. So we'll talk about. I mean, last week we did a 13-year-old was stabbed by her 14-year-old classmate 114 times in the woods.
Wow, that's a lot of times.
114.
Ooh, the adrenaline behind
13
that
and
knife.
14. Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
And it was
no,
just
that's
because-
exactly what I did.
Okay.
And that was just because, like, no reason.
Yeah. And
And
this
Oh
one,
man, look, brains.
And see, and then they're
I
like,
mean,
"Oh yeah, no, we're better than the dogs and animals and shit that
No.
we're walking around." Like, come on, man.
yeah,
Oh,
what crazy
yeah.
thought is just
The only
gonna
difference is
randomly
we
pop
can
in
like
your
we
head
know
one
that
day?
we're fucking something up. That's the only difference between us and them.
yeah. It's yeah.
Sometimes, maybe
And this
sometimes
is
not just.
this is.
And now a word from our sponsors. I'm back,
Okay.
baby. Woo!
Hi, I'm Trey Cooper,
I'm Solomon Cooper.
and we're the hosts of the Kid Stays in the podcast.
It's a cross-generational discussion about movies. Two perspectives. I'm the young one, he's the old one, and we have
I
some
don't
fun arguments.
I don't think we need to say it that way.
You're old.
Anyway, whenever you tune in to listen to the Kid Stays in the podcast, you can expect to hear a very, very intelligent discussion of a film from me and a really imbecilic perspective from Solomon, who hates anything that wasn't made after 2007.
They're very rude to me.
We tried to watch a movie from 1985 once, and he really hated it. Tune into our show. Hear me roast Solomon week after week.
Find us anywhere you get your podcast or on roguemedianetwork.com.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Okay. So we're going to Austin. It's December 12th, 2018. This girl's
so
name is
recent.
Heidi Broussard. She got up on this day and she got her son ready for school. Her son is a 6-year-old boy named Silas. She had just given birth to a baby girl 3 weeks ago named Margo. So we got Silas and we got Margo. Mama's name is Heidi. This was her first time leaving the house because she obviously still had birth coming out of her. Her mom had
Can't
been,
walk around with that
yeah,
flipping
she
out.
still had the placenta. Her mom had been there.
Eating that placenta.
Just dragging
She done
behind
ate
her.
it all. It's time to get
Ate all that placenta.
So her
Saving it
mom
for
had been
later.
visiting to help her out with the kids until she healed. Mom went home the day before, and so now she's got to take little boy to school. So she gets up, she takes him to school, and it's book fair day. Do y'all remember book fair?
I
yeah.
love book fair.
We still go to book fairs.
We need an adult book fair.
Oh, what a great
With
idea.
all slutty.
Well, yeah,
No,
you
maybe
need to have
not,
your
like,
adult
romance
toys.
books.
and all
They
this
do
stuff.
have book swaps.
They have porn cons, which I would like to go to.
Oh, we were talking about going to one this year.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to a porn con?
Y'all are,
We have a third ticket.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
speaking of third,
It's VIP, baby.
I feel like I got invited.
You did.
so this is a different kind of book fair. Silas just wanted some cool books. So she goes to the book fair with them, buys them some things. She calls baby daddy Shane, okay? And she on her, it's about 8 a.m. And she tells Shane she's on her way home with Margo. She had a good morning with with Silas. So that's baby daddy / fiance. He gets off of work about 2 p.m. later that day. He goes in about 6, and so he usually takes a nap for the first little bit when he gets off, and he noticed that Heidi was not at home. So, but he saw her purse, and he saw Margo's diaper bag, and he just assumed she was probably close by. They lived in an apartment, so probably went to go visit a friend, just walked down there with the
go to the
baby.
pool.
Like, no
Yeah,
red
laundry
flags.
room, something.
He took a nap. He was woken up by a phone call at 6 p.m. that evening. It was the school, Silas's school. Nobody had picked up Silas from the after-school program.
Oh, no.
So now Shane's a little bit more scared because he's just like, Heidi would have never not picked up her son. So he leaves, goes to pick up Silas, and when he gets back, he notices her car is parked where it's always parked, but it's unlocked. There's no keys in it. He doesn't see the keys anywhere. And the car seat for Margo is in there. So he says she would have never been gone this long. He called her and called her. She did not answer. And all of the things that she needs for her daughter that she would have needed during this time, diaper bag, was all in the apartment. So now he's worried. And so he calls friends and is looking for her. Nobody has seen her.
Well, at least he's doing his due diligence.
And he calls the police.
Well, good for him.
Yes.
Is that something that doesn't
That's
happen
the
very
least
often?
you could do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you
Jeez.
should do.
Yeah.
What you should do.
But some people just
In the stories y'all
nap?
read, do most people call the police pretty quick, or does it usually take a while before they're like,
well, if
hey,
they gotta hide the gun or they gotta hide the body, then
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
know. It just depends. They
Just
gotta hide the
depends.
You
clothes.
don't call till you cleaned up. You don't
And
have company
especially-
over.
They gotta decapitate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes they gotta decapitate.
You know how long it takes
Sometimes
to
we
pry
call
up a
everybody.
floorboard?
Sometimes they use a butter knife, like Taylor Ship Business.
That's
Holy
oh,
shit.
I'm
Well,
wondering when you're doing that story.
Ooh, girl, about to do it.
all right.
a butter knife?
Oh, this bitch cut off a head. She cut off a penis.
That takes
she put it
so
in a
much
bucket.
Oh,
effort.
what did he do
Wow.
to her?
I'd have ADHD.
They had meth.
I'd
They
leave
did
them
all
in
this
all
stuff.
different
They were
places.
shooting up trazodone and all this. It's the whole thing.
Oh
Holy
man,
shit, I have
hard
trazodone
tea.
in my desk drawer right now.
Don't be shooting it up.
No, I don't shoot it up. It's to help me sleep.
Like,
But every time I take it, it makes
we're
me feel like
so
shit.
messed
so
up. We need little things. To
It's okay.
I'm terrified now.
Yeah.
No, I haven't taken that stuff in a while, but I do have some.
So now it's spoiled, so don't take it.
I'm not going to take it.
Spolt.
Remind me to throw that away when we go.
Spoiled. Okay.
Sell it.
So
Yeah.
calls the popos.
Grind it up.
Snort it.
And so, of course, this hits the airwaves, right? Because you got a missing white woman and you got a missing baby. MWW.
Oh, shit. The baby's
MW.
white, too, huh?
Listen,
Yes.
anytime you gotta miss a white woman, straight
Now,
to
if
the
the
top.
baby
Straight to
wasn't
the top.
white,
National news.
if the baby wasn't white, then we would know Shane would be pissed, right? Because Shane is white. But the
And
baby's
then he
white.
would be incriminated immediately. He's the one.
God.
So reporters are real about their job, but they're really messy because who do you think that they interview first? Full body interview of Shane,
The husband.
the husband.
How
Of
dare
course.
he even do a report though? Like you should be shooken.
I
These
mean,
are news reporters, and this just happened, and they're like, "Where's your wife?"
I
or
mean,
whatever.
you go straight to the husband every time.
Yes. But so Shane is in the interview. He's very red faced. He's red eyes. He's clearly upset. You could tell he's been crying. He's pleading for whoever has his wife to bring them back. And America right now is real pissed at husbands because just
Better
a
watch
year
out.
ago, Chris
Remember that.
Watts killed
Oh,
Shanann
hell.
Watts
Y'all
and
know
their
about-
two little girls
No.
and stuffed them down
How dare
In an oil tank.
in the oil.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
And-
killed the pregnant wife. Shanann
Killed
was
the pregnant
pregnant.
wife, yeah, and killed their kids
He
because he had a side
Had
piece.
sex with her, then he killed her, and then he killed the kids.
Yes.
Damn.
So
That's
they
like
did
Amityville horror stuff.
his. Yeah.
Yeah, it was real bad.
They did his interview, and America watched it, and you could see you know we all think we study human behavior, so you can see that husband real uneasy, right? So immediately crucified Chris Watts. Well, they did the same thing to ShaneCarey, so he was automatically like
Vilified.
guilty
Yes.
in the court of public opinion. And I remember watching the interview and doing the same thing, like deciphering, like, let me see, is he nervous? Too much eye contact, not enough eye
Yeah.
contact.
She's basically FBI.
All right.
But he was
Excellent.
hard
I
to
believe
figure
it.
out.
That card in my pocket.
He was so hard to figure out.
I don't have weed in my pocket.
Usually I know, and it was hard for him. I did think his tears were genuine, but it kind of looked like he did meth. So then I was like,
Yeah, you
Got a
could
little in
just
his
be-
eyes.
You could just be
It's a
coming
little
down a
dry.
bit.
yes. But he was hard to figure out. So people come forward now with text messages between them and Heidi saying that Shane, baby daddy Shane, is mean, kind of controlling,
Oh, hell. Here we go.
possibly abusive, and that she could have been stressed and worried and took off and
I
left
thought
Shane.
about it.
Okay, which is what people think. Like,
Like Nicola.
yeah, like Nicola might have, but everybody agrees too that she would not leave little boy.
The baby.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that's a big clue. That
So
is a
she
pretty
left.
big clue.
She wouldn't leave their son Silas. They had 2 kids together.
Yeah, especially since she had a clear path of getting him.
Yeah.
So he was at the school. It would
Nobody
have been
could
easy
have-
enough to get him.
I don't
and
know.
Coulda
We got Sherry
easily-
Papini who wasn't going to leave her kids ever.
Yeah.
Easily, but So they had 3 kids total, but 2 of them were hers. 1 was his that he had from a previous relationship. So now the police are talking to neighbors. They're getting on it pretty quick. Like they're not like standing around. They're getting on it. So they're talking to neighbors, and they find out somebody has a camera in apartments. Oh. And on this camera, Heidi is seen getting into a silver Nissan Versa. And what they saw in this video is that a shorter, bigger white lady gets out of the passenger car. Heidi comes out with Margo in her hands like this, no car seat, no bag, no anything. This lady opens up the back door, and Heidi and Margo get in the back seat, and this car pulls off. The lady gets back in the passenger seat. Oh, no. So to me, that's telling me that somebody's driving. Yeah. Somebody's in the passenger seat. Heidi's in the back seat. Okay. They said that there's also no time for baby Margo to be strapped in the seatbelt, and that would be unlike Heidi because she would not strap in her kids. So they wondered if she was under duress. They show Shane the video, and they're like, Shane, who's this big woman that picked up your wife? And Shane is like, oh, that's her BFF. Best friend forever, Magen Fieramusca.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a mafia last name to me.
Does not sound like a good last name.
I knew it.
I knew
what
this
do
bitch.
you owe her?
Fieramusca.
Fieramusca.
Oh, no.
Best friend.
Sounds like a Disney
but
villain.
this isn't like a...
It is.
This isn't like a best friend that like they met 2 years ago. That drives me crazy when like you meet somebody and they're already your best friend. No. This is best friend from 11 years old. They met at
I
church
did
camp.
have a best friend that I met like a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it happens.
Yeah. Whatever. But we're just work besties.
Work besties.
That happens.
Well, 11 years old. So I was like, that's a best friend.
Yeah, that's
They've been with
like,
you through your life.
Yeah.
So Magen and Heidi were so close, they even got pregnant at the same time. Caroline, they were pregnant besties.
Wow, that sounds so similar to another story we told. Taylor Parker.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
Except they weren't besties, but they got pregnant together.
Well, that was a red flag because Taylor just befriended a pregnant girl. But they had been friends. They were even due, guess what?
Oh,
same day?
Is this going to be like a
day.
cult thing? Is this going to end up in a cult situation?
No, it's going to end up in...
Okay, I was like, what is happening?
It's worse than
two births same time.
Oh, no.
Then they both
it's way worse than you would
crucify
think.
them. That would
Oh my
be
God,
horrible.
you never know, man.
No.
It's even worse.
I've seen some movies. I'm sure somebody got that idea from somewhere.
I'm very interested in this.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they were such good friends that Magen was in the delivery room with Heidi when she just gave birth to Margo.
Wow,
and that's pretty
did
sacred.
She eat the placenta?
The she took a bite.
She partook. She took
But
a
she
little
was due
nibble.
the same day?
Her placenta
No,
sisters.
they were due within like 2 weeks of
Oh,
each
okay,
other.
okay, I
yeah,
get you.
not the
Close
same day, but around the
enough.
same
Pretty
time.
close to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that night that Heidi was having Margo, Shane and Heidi gave Magen a key to the apartment so that Magen can go and spend the night at the house while because she lives in Houston, so they didn't want her to drive back. They said, just go spend the night at the house. Come see us tomorrow. Okay, so then she did. And Shane says they never got their key back, but it was no big deal because they're best friends. It's okay for your best friend to have a key to your house.
I mean, I have
It's
key
normal.
to my best friend's house.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I
So
don't have a key to my best friend.
they didn't think anything about it.
I mean, we can't just for long, far distance.
About 3 weeks after after 3 weeks after Heidi had Margo, Magen had her baby.
Wow.
Nobody ever saw a picture of this baby, but Magen just called them up and says, "Hey, I had baby. Her name is Luna May."
Wow, that's a beautiful. That's
okay.
so beautiful.
But they never saw her.
Well,
but
wonder
they were just so
why.
happy for her.
Oh, I'm so happy too.
Oh.
Did we? Well, there's social media. What's going on?
I don't know.
What-
So it
what
sounds a
got
little
you?
suspicious.
This is also
My-
baby
my
daddy
little light
telling the
bulb is
cops
going off.
this story So maybe men don't think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're stupid.
No.
Yeah, maybe you're dumb.
Dumb.
They're telling the whole story. It's all obvious who took
Food,
her. They're just
sex,
they
sleep.
don't see it.
I think I
sex,
might be a man.
So Shane also tells the police that Magen lives in Houston with a guy named Chris Green, and that Chris Green was her baby's daddy, but they weren't together. They had split up, but they were still cohabitating. They were just basically like roommates. Okay? So meanwhile, in Houston, it's December 19th. Chris comes home from a work trip. So that's Megan's baby's daddy. He comes home from a work trip, and Megan's got baby girl Luna May, and she's like, I'm so sorry I didn't call you, but I gave birth while you're at work.
Okay.
And Chris
Excuse
was
me?
like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
And so Chris was like, really? And so he held the baby, and he was like, this is my daughter. Like, he was kind of happy. And so, but he looks around, and he's like, wait, but we don't have any baby stuff.
Wait, did he know she was pregnant?
He said he knew she was
Like-
pregnant.
She just fat. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
they
that was
it
the light bulb
happens.
that went off. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is just
Some people
she's just
don't
trying
know.
she's
Yeah,
fooling him.
that's a
But
toilet baby.
guys don't think like we do. So
He
sweet
didn't want to be
Chris
rude. He was
goes
like,
to
"Sure, you're
Target
pregnant."
and he buys up a bunch of baby shit.
That's so great.
Yeah, he
Wasn't
committed
even
immediately.
ready. Like this is a stray I found.
Am I high? I think I'm secondhand high.
Are you
You're
high?
welcome.
So he's at Target. He's buying like all this baby stuff because he's like, no, my daughter's here. He did know she was pregnant, so she knew he was going to have a baby. They just agreed they're going to be friends and they're going to go co-parent and cohabitate. But they had 2 different rooms in the house. Okay,
Right.
I smell a motive. If y'all don't,
Yeah, it's
smell
all
something
right.
else,
It's
but
weird.
motive
Way
is fine
before
too.
This.
So at Target, he's shopping, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! What did I just do? Undo.
You changed the story.
I just deleted half of it.
Changed the whole story.
Now we're never gonna know what's
Podcast
happening.
over. Restart.
We'll never know the end.
Okay, so now we're back in Austin. Okay, while Chris is shopping, we're over here in Austin, and Megan is now a person of interest because she's the last known person that has been with Heidi, right? Because they know that's her car now. They know that was her in the video, and
Yeah, we know that's her baby.
that's
Wait.
We seen
Was
it.
Megan breastfeeding?
Not in public. Are you kidding?
Because did she even have a baby?
It was a,
We'll
It was
see.
a baby doll.
Watch this. So she's under surveillance. And so the police are kind of just like watching her at her Jersey Village residence in Houston. And they get a warrant for her phone records. And they get a warrant for Google to get her email address and her searches. And when they get this, they see that Megan has searched Heidi Broussard's name 182 times in the past like 6 weeks.
Okay. I mean, maybe she's like
Real obsessed
really
with her
wants
best
to
friend.
see if she had any new photos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
mean, she is her
she-
number 1 fan.
Number one.
She
She's
was
just-
182
Yeah, she's
times.
just really supportive. She's a supportive friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or she could have
just
been,
wants the
her
best
friend
for
was
her.
missing. She could have been seeing if there's any updates.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's like
Panic searching.
She was trying to figure out.
Or
how to
she
sew
was
her
panic
face up to look
searching.
like her.
She also Googled the criteria for Amber Alerts.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
To find out. how
maybe
fast
somebody
something
else was
happened.
missing, and so she was like, "Oh, what's the criteria?"
Yeah, just in case my daughter
Yeah,
ever
I'm
goes
sure she
missing.
has all
Yeah,
the
she's
right
just
reasons.
preparing for being a good
Yeah.
mother, you
I
know,
had
with
the
all her
best
baby
idea.
stuff laying around.
Just in
And
case my child goes missing,
what is the
criteria?
process?
Yeah,
I need to
so
know
there
these
you have
things.
it.
That's
Devil's
important.
Advocate.
Yeah, all
Crazy.
explained. Explain
Yeah.
all that away.
It's all
Defense
coming
attorney.
together now.
She even searched for dead body found in Austin.
I've done that
Lord.
before. Yeah, a
I
couple
probably do
times.
that daily.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did that.
Well,
today.
it makes sense, y'all.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You're just researching. That's different.
It's literally for a project. Call me Brian Kohlberger. It's fine.
I'm making a vision board.
So they also checked the cell phone locations, and her cell phone pinged in Austin on the day Heidi went missing. and it pinged at the apartments. So they're like,
done.
we could put her there at the time that Heidi mysteriously went missing.
Like
but
a
there
legally
it is there.
blonde moment.
So
yes.
now you
So
have
smart.
more evidence to kind of back up that, somebody's a little suspect. You know who was also in town? Tim Miller from EquiSearch. He's the one that found Vanessa Guillen, and he's always part of these when there's a missing person.
I was like, what's EquiSearch?
Yeah, I've
He's
never
a
heard
guy he's an older guy, but his daughter went missing years ago. I don't remember if it was the I-45 killings or the Texas killing fields, but it took them so long, like years and years and years, to find his daughter's body. So he developed this company, and when somebody goes missing, he goes and he has a team, and they search and they find a lot of missing people and a lot of bodies. He does that in honor of his daughter.
Good. That's awesome.
So he was searching because now you may be looking for two bodies. We don't know yet, right? Margo and Heidi. So police are there. They're watching her. And they have now ruled out Shane. He's not sketchy, but us, like, I was in real time watching this go on, and they haven't said anything. They've been, like, quiet for, like, weeks. And so we're like, is it Shane? Where's she at? Is there a new suspect? Nothing, right? Shane's getting ridiculed back in Austin, but they have a suspect that they're looking at, but they haven't said anything. So they go to Target because Chris is still at Target buying shit up for the baby.
Damn, Chris
for
still at
baby
Target?
Luna.
He was out overnight.
He's been at Target for like 4 days.
I love Target.
I mean, you could live there.
The police follow him
He doesn't know
there.
anything about raising a kid. He's in there freaking out.
Like, he just puts on one of the red shirts and tries to work there.
So they see him buying baby clothes, and they're like, wait, who's he buying baby clothes for? And then they don't know if he's in on it yet. So they stop him, and they ask him about Magen. And they said, are you sure? Do you have any evidence that Magen was actually pregnant? And he says, well, I touched her belly, and it was real hard.
Oh, because
Well,
she's
she's
fat and she had too
constipated.
much fucking queso.
Dang, dude.
Constipation
I
is
love
a real
queso.
thing. We're
She
gonna
had
be
the belly.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's not hard.
It's
You need a little
perfect.
bit more beer.
But he did say that he never saw her with the shirt off because they have not been doing the dirty for a long time. So he wasn't sure.
Well, how
Right,
did she get
Again,
pregnant?
guys. Huh?
How did she get pregnant if they haven't been doing it? They did it one time.
9
Okay.
months ago.
Okay.
No, they used to do it. They used
Were
to
they
be together,
Baptists?
but they're broken up. Were they
That
Baptists?
seems to be
Oh.
the most.
Yeah,
the
they
quickest
can't.
question.
There's no dancing if you're Baptist. So
Well, once every 9 months. That's it.
you
That's all the
dance
dancing
only
you
one
do.
9 months.
There's no nothing.
But if
That
you're
shot doesn't
Catholic,
take
Keep it classy.
9 more months,
Yeah.
just in case.
Well, he was like, I'm really not sure. So they tell him about Heidi going missing. And they said her daughter is also missing. And they show a picture of baby Margo. And Chris is like, what? That's my daughter. She's at my house right now. She told me her name is Luna May. And the cops are like, nope, this is Margo. And he's like, well, what the fuck are you doing here? Go get that baby. Like, he was like
Oh,
so
no.
upset, so concerned. Go get the baby. Why are you here? So police now, I guess, are confirmed that Margo is at the house. So they go to the house, and you have Texas Rangers, you have FBI on the scene, you have Houston PD, you got everybody.
Dang, for
And-
one missing white kid.
For one missing white woman
Yeah.
and a white kid, it's a
Yeah,
whole,
that's a
it's a whole
double.
lot of
That's-
white.
I remember
Double
when this
points.
happened, and it was like huge.
Yeah. And because Shanann Watts had just happened.
Yeah.
And that was like
Yeah.
humongous. And then we were like, oh, no, not again. Oh, no, not
Oh
again.
no, not again.
So Chris probably went and took all his baby shit back because he's like, oh, I just spent $3,000
Hell yeah, I
on
got
a baby.
$9,200
I'm going
back.
on
I kept my
vacation.
receipt.
You probably bought some
I'm going to
beer.
go
Y'all
to the
handle
beach.
this. I
Already
gotta
open all
go.
this shit. I'm supposed to do with it now.
Receipt.
Just have a garage sale. Estate
fit.
sale. I'm leaving.
Police are at Megan's house, and they go to the door, and they ask about the baby, Luna May. And she goes like, yeah, this is my baby, Luna May. And they're like, oh, when did you have birth? I gave birth on December 8th. Where? At a birthing center in Houston. Which one? I don't remember. Well, what's the doctor's name? I don't remember. Any other nurses? I don't remember. Do you have any paperwork? I threw it away. Was anybody with you? Nope, I was by myself. How'd you get home? I drove by. All these questions she had
bitch,
it's
I had
like-
no answers.
It's like
She had a lot of answers. They're just the wrong ones.
wrong. All the wrong.
or all
all
the right
wrong.
ones. I don't know.
So they got baby Margo. They read her Miranda rights, and
They arrested the baby? Dang.
And then as they're getting closer to the house, they're not all the way inside yet. They literally go in to get the baby and come back out. They smelled an odor.
Oh no, it's not poop.
It's not
body.
baby poop.
It's a dead body.
It's not spit up. It is
No.
the smell that's
of decomposition.
Yes.
Our favorite smell.
and it's coming from this silver Versa.
oh no.
no.
That's the car.
But they don't have a search warrant. So
Of course not.
they just
no.
have to
So this
sit
bitch
on it
done
and
takes
smell
the
it.
car,
In the
drives
Texas
it
sun?
away.
No,
Oh my
they
God.
sit there and they're questioning her. She is still talking. They get read her rights, but she's still talking and she's trying to explain things away.
Okay.
They finally get a search warrant at like 8 p.m. that night. They'd got there at 1. 8 p.m. that night, they got a search warrant, and they searched the trunk and they discovered Heidi's body, lifeless body, in a black duffel bag. She had been strangled with the dog leash.
Dang.
I know, Caroline.
I never would.
No, use like the baby blanket or something.
No,
not the
I will
dog
not.
leash.
I would
I'm like,
never
now I
use
gotta
the
get-
dog leash.
I got to get rid of all our dogs' leashes. Like, I get a little worried over here.
I would never use the dog leash. That's for the dog. I will use something else.
Yeah, that can't get taken
fine.
into evidence. I use that.
Yeah, like I mean, I need to walk my dogs.
Yeah.
So
Life goes on.
Yeah.
No, that sucks, though.
this finally hits the airwaves because we're literally waiting. Refresh, Heidi Broussard, refresh your Google, refresh, and then finally they go live and they have the helicopter flying over this house. And
Yeah, because they're like looking for the car. They're looking for everything. They're
Yes,
just like,
yes.
what is going on? Where is this person?
the next day, the coroner did confirm that it was Heidi and that she died by homicide, strangulation. Magen was arrested and charged with 2 counts of kidnapping, murder, and tampering with the corpse.
This bitch. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna find a picture and show y'all.
Oh, hell yeah. We get to see what they look
It'll
like.
put it into more reality. I keep my brain keeps going back and forth,
It's always-
I know.
reminding myself that y'all are telling me a real story, and I'm all like, oh my gosh, that's a crazy story, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's
real.
terrible.
Yeah,
It's
no.
real.
Like, the things
Yeah.
movies have done to my brain.
Oh, I know. So they had, and this December 23rd, they had a candlelight vigil for Heidi in Austin, one of the Austin parks. Margo had to be taken into like temporary, like not CPS custody, but something like it, because they had to confirm through DNA that she actually did belong to the
Right.
Broussards and Shane, and not Luna May. Like you just had to confirm it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She was indicted January 2020 for capital murder, and her bond was $1.6 million.
At
They
least
did
there's
not
that.
want this girl getting out.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit,
Oh hell.
And then they just let her out her
Oh
funsies.
hell.
and she tested for positive, so they let her out because
That's the craziest part of
No.
it. Like you test
That's
positive and you get
fucking
out.
nuts.
Like what?
no. So COVID hit, and the trial was delayed. And it was
Of course.
delayed, and
Oh
it
my
was
God.
delayed. So the family didn't get justice. In May of 2022, Megan's lawyer seems like he's pretty badass. He tried to have the trial dismissed, like the whole case dismissed, and it was pretty close. What? Because he found out that the search warrant came at 8 p.m. Remember I told you that? But they found baby Margo at 1 p.m. before they had the search warrant. So anything that was found
So
before
stupid.
and all
but
that
it's like
evidence.
it's a real thing. You can look at it. Like
Oh, but
I'm sure there
Wouldn't
are
obtain
pictures.
that
legally,
could
they
be
don't care.
inadmissible
stupid,
in
so
court.
Mhm.
So stupid.
I know.
We're
Luckily,
such an intelligent species, aren't we?
Oh, dude. Stupid.
luckily it didn't work because the judge was like,
Not buying
Please.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad.
and
Yeah.
then they did prove that Margo was in danger. She had jaundice when she was born. her bilirubin was high, that she was imminent danger, and that is a reason to kind of go in before the search warrant.
Oh, good.
So January 31st, 2023, after Magen had been in jail for 754 days, so just now, January 31st, she decided to plead guilty.
2023.
2023.
Wait a long
Yeah,
time.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She had been in jail for over 2 years. The trial had just been delayed, so they're just now getting to it. They gave her a deal. She pled guilty in the death of her best friend, Heidi, but they dropped the kidnapping charges.
Okay. Okay, but
It's a deal. It's a
okay.
plea deal.
All right.
The judge sentenced her
I
to
had
50.
every right to take that girl.
Yeah. It didn't matter. It didn't count anyways. It don't exist anymore. They dropped those charges. The judge sentenced her to 55 years in prison, though.
And when does she get parole?
Yeah.
25.
Great.
And they are knocking off the 2 years that she's already served.
Oh, that's so
So
sweet.
she gets parole in like
43,
20.
46.
Not her neighbor.
2046.
But why? What do we know? What?
She
Sounds like a bad
was
case of jealousy.
never pregnant.
Well, yeah, and definitely a mental
So-
illness, I'm sure.
Well, never pregnant, and that people said that she wanted Heidi's life and couldn't have it because she had Shane, she had her kids, she had this
Jealousy.
new baby, jealousy, and
She had a
her
freaking
relationship
Nissan
with.
too.
Yeah.
Dang.
She drove a
Yeah,
Nissan.
she's
Hell
got
yeah.
everything you could ever want.
I think it's the Nissan.
That's
she
what
had a
that's what
blow-up
really set
pool
it
in
off.
the
Yeah,
backyard.
at least it wasn't a Subaru. I mean, I hope you don't drive a Subaru.
No.
That's rad.
So, okay, so and then her relationship with Chris was over. Like Chris was leaving, they weren't together anymore. They weren't screwing anymore, and so she's like, maybe if I have a kid, he'll keep me.
So
It's always behind a man, jealousy in a man, jealousy in a man's how it always is for women.
no,
Horrible
listen,
emotions.
those people who do that need to they don't need to be in society ever. Because I have a lot of reasons that I could have wanted to like kill somebody's like a friend and to get their baby. Like what?
Yeah.
No, I
You
have.
have
A,
plenty
well, I
of
mean,
reasons?
I'm saying I have a lot of. I feel like there's so.
Oh,
many
we
people-
have reasons that could
Yes,
justify
yes,
it. Definitely.
yes,
Like,
yes.
don't
Like,
you
there's
dare
so
blame me.
many
You don't know.
people
But you know,
who have reasons to
Yeah.
do all these things, and then when we have the people who actually do them, it's like, oh, just go to jail for 50 years, but really 20, and then you'll get released in 5, and actually you're just there for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
well, and you know what?
This is 'cause you're good.
This comes up in an interesting
Because you
time
swept
because
and mopped the floor. Like,
yeah.
what?
Well, and there's I don't know if y'all have heard one of the new songs on the radio is literally talking about no, it's I might kill my ex. And then it's like I just killed my ex, and I'm like, they're not bleeping anything out. I'm like,
no.
man.
I mean, you watch the Grammys. I mean, everything. It's everywhere.
Well, we kind of let go of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
we
we don't
don't.
watch a
We
lot of
don't.
TV.
We
Well, I
honestly, we're
just-
not
I look
keeping
on
up with
Twi-
much of this. We don't watch any of the typical
It's-
shows.
It's
We're very
depressing.
non-traditional.
Very
No,
depressing. and
I
it
don't
does
either.
create
I just
anxiety.
look on
Yeah.
because I post a lot on Instagram and so I have to
Yeah.
know about all the things that are going on.
Yeah.
And I look on Twitter.
Well,
Twitter tells you everything that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's really it. So, do y'all think she planned this whole time?
I mean,
I-
not since 11 years old. I don't.
No.
Well, maybe. I don't know, but that's really
I
committed.
think probably it led up,
Since
and then
the
Yeah,
the
led
announcement of
She
the
was
Pregnancy.
pregnancy, and then the purchasing of the Nissan was probably really what
The
set this
Nissan
up.
That bitch.
was Megan's Nissan.
Oh, it was Megan's Nissan.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was. I think she should have been happy then.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Suck
the
it up,
Nissan Versa
Buttercup.
is a nice car?
No, I'm just. I mean,
I thought you were saying she should be pissed because she drives a Nissan. Like, that's
no,
what
no,
put
no.
her
I
over
was
there.
saying-
Yeah, like
she drives the
it
Versa.
is.
I thought Heidi had the Nissan.
This cost me
Mistook.
way too much. No.
So the boyfriend did say, baby daddy did say that Heidi told girl Magen she was pregnant way back then when she found out, and then immediately Magen goes, "Me too."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the moment it flipped.
Well,
Yeah.
so that I think that's
when you
when it
She
is.
said, "I'm gonna
discovered their
kill you."
unhealthy habits. And
Yeah.
their-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually it happens.
But then you
Because
should have
she-
been more prepared. Why didn't you buy baby
have
shit?
Megan couldn't have kid or
We don't know. They and that's so
well,
weird.
most
Well,
likely
she can't
Megan
now.
couldn't get pregnant, and Megan was like probably trying for a couple years, and then it was like, oh, Heidi's just getting popping
Yeah.
out babies,
Yeah.
and now I'm pissed at her because she's my best friend, and now I'm not getting attention because I have to go to all her baby showers. I have to buy her all these.
Yeah, come
Now,
on, everybody, get some emotional regulation. Yeah,
But maybe
she's
she's just like, I'm gonna take her out and we're just gonna hang out.
I don't
Passive-aggressive?
feel any type of way.
I'm
I
gonna
don't feel any type of way.
I'm gonna ask her if I can have this baby.
Yeah, like it
and then
went
she
wrong.
can keep the next one. But then she's like, no, you fucking psycho, and she killed her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe it was just a spur
It
of
was
the
a
moment thing.
negotiation went awry.
Yeah, maybe.
And that is it. Dun, 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 dun.
What a good story.
That
Oh
was
yes,
great.
it's a great story. We're all better people for having heard it. We're at least more alert.
Alert. Never
yeah.
trust anybody.
Yeah, we're starting
Yeah,
to get
get
rid
in
of
my
some
car.
friends. This
Bring
is
your
why we
baby.
don't have friends. Nobody
Oh.
can be mad at us.
Okay, y'all. Don't forget to go on, rate, review, and subscribe. Send this episode to a friend, whether they love true crime or whether they're a swinger, either or. And most importantly, don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. It means down to find the killer.
Oh.
okay.
God,
we were
you
two
dirty
different
minds.
sides of the life.
You
here.
dirty minders. What the hell?
Well, cool. Thank y'all. Crazy.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.